And now we're going to talk about Blodgett MenuSelect control. You're really going to find it very easy to use. You've got three keys up here: the start-stop key, a cool-down key, and a bake more. If you're running a program and you need a few extra minutes, you just keep pushing bake more, and that's pretty easy. You have the central display here, which will actually take you through the manual process or one of the 50 preloaded menu items that are already in here, and you can store, of course, up to 100 recipes. Down here we have the central dial, which is really important because you can actually select temperature, time, and make adjustments. Beneath that is time and temperature. The three modes of cooking: combi mode, steam or moist heat, hot air or dry heat. Beneath that we have a retherm key, steam on demand, and core temperature probe cooking. I'll review that a little bit more in detail in just a moment. The additional accessories that we have are fan speed. We can choose from turbo, high, low, and gentle. Lights for the interior of the cavity, and a vent that we can open or close to release humidity. The programming key is beneath there, 100 programs with 6 steps in each process. And then an escape key, and then the maintenance key for doing maintenance and adding a few things. And I'll talk about that shortly. Beneath that, you'll see the numbered key, an alphanumeric number key. Some cooks like to actually program 350. You can use a central dial or the alphanumeric key. And then we have our power on or off. That's it. Now let's cook using the manual. I just select manual, which is the first one. I press it in. I want to set the temperature for, say, 325. The time for just about 10 minutes. I'm in the hot air mode, and then I just come up here and press start, and it'll start counting down. Hot air, manual, 325, and it'll shut off when it's done, and it'll say done. Now if you need to pause that for any reason, just push the button once and it will manually pause the cooking process, and then hit it again and you can continue cooking. Very simple. And now what I would like to show you is I'd like to show you how to program pretty easy item. So we go to the manual, we'll hit program, and you'll see the indicator light up right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose the first open letter that we see. Let's go with 97. And I want to edit the name, so I just turn the dial down to edit name and I push it in. So I can choose between the dial and or the alphanumeric. I like using this. So A, B, C. I'm going to do cookies. Hit the dial key. Let me see, I need an O, M, N, O. Hit the dial key. I need another O, C, O, O. I need a K. It's almost like texting my cell phone. There's the K, C, O, O, K. Cookies, C, O, K, K, I, E, right? There we go, and then we need an E. Move it forward. Here we go, E. And I think if I want to skip a space, all right, I want to put, let me see, lemon. So I'm going to give it an L. And skip a space and give it an M. Now I can hold up to 10 little characters in here. So I got cookies, lemon. That's what I would like to do. So now stage 1 cooking, I push it, and I just want to cook those cookies for just about 12 minutes. I don't want to cook it on steam. I want to choose hot air. And I'm going to cook them at 300 degrees. Let me cook at 305, okay? And I'm going to use low fan speed. It'll automatically reverse, that's fine. I want the vent closed. So now I have 2-stage cooking. I can exit that, and now when I go to my cookies lemon, it puts it in alphanumeric order. So let's find the cookies lemon. Where are you, cookies? There they are, cookies lemon. Now if I want to save the programming, I push program and it says save, yes, no, or cancel. Yes, I want to save my cookies. So now when I go back to the menu select, I can scroll between manual and the 100 recipes that we can store in here. And I want to go to my cookies lemon. There we are. I'll select them, push start, and now my cookie recipe is ready to go. And now what I want to show you is I'm going to talk about the core temperature probe for roasting. And basically all you want to do, you're in the manual mode and you select probe. and you have a choice, cook and hold no or yes. I'm going to select yes. The internal temperature I'm looking for is 160. Now, the difference is this. When I'm cooking with yes on the core temperature probe selection, it'll cook at 350 degrees internal temperature until my probe temperature hits 160. But the temperature will be coming down, so it'll be a cook and hold slower roasting process. If I choose no, it's going to cook pretty much like your convection oven. It'll stay at 350 until you hit the internal temperature of 160. The important thing is you need to get the roast out of the oven once it achieves its temperature and says it's done. And the carryover temperature is anywhere from 15 to 25 degrees depending on the size of the roast and your temperature. So I selected 350. An internal temperature, if I want to see everything I selected, 350. It says plug in the core probe. So here's my probe. You can put it into your roast and then just snap it right in here. Snap it, really plug it in. And then put this into your roast. Now once you plug it in, you can see that the temperature inside the oven, the temperature that I want to pull it at, the actual temperature, and the core probe temperature. So you can see all that information by pushing temperature. If you made any adjustment that you don't like or you would like to make some changes to that, you just simply unplug it in order to make any adjustments to the temperature of the oven, fan speed, and those things. So pretty basic. And now I want to tell you a little bit about the maintenance key. This key allows the service techs to get the information they need, and it allows you to personalize and set up the combi the way that you want. Set up things like your password. It has an auto start feature, Celsius to Fahrenheit, those little things that you need. You can set it up, personalize your combi the way that you want it to perform. One last tip that I want to leave you with is the installation. You don't want to put your combi or any combi up against a charbroiler, a range, a fryer. You need to give some space between it. They make a lot of side shields and things to give the space that you need. So keep that in consideration during your installation and you'll get the best performance out of all your appliances.